Good morning, everybody. Hope you slept well. Hope your day goes well. Recently it's been brought to my attention that the flat rate master, he's a social media influencer on here. He was let go from his job, but minimal explanation at all on why. I guess in one of the videos something was brought up where I think it was him himself. He said where they kind of hinted around to him getting older, getting a little slower in some areas, but that's life. With that slight reduction in speed comes more knowledge, though, and that knowledge a lot of times gets you out of a lot of really bad, rough situations that could potentially cost you more money. Right now, I'm having the issue. I'm gonna be straight with you. We have a couple guys at the shop, and they're good guys. It's just the drive, the work ethic in certain areas just is. It's not there. It's just sometimes it's because of you're a product of the environment that you work in. When you live in a rough area and you live a rough life or a less than desirable life, sometimes it's hard to have a positive outlook on even your job. I got one guy that, they watch the channel too. It's nothing surprising about it. But I got one guy that he's a good guy. He's a good tech, but he doesn't really like to show up on time. And he's got a lot of personal things going on in his own life that affect him from being reliable at work. Me being able to count on him being there. I got another guy that is a good worker, just don't know where his mind is at. I don't know what he actually feels about the job, or if he likes what he does, or if it's just something to do. I don't know. I can tell you, when you get people like the flat rate master working for you, and they're there to kill it, to benefit the company, to provide a service to the customer, to be that senior authority in your shop, so you don't have to guess, or you don't have to figure out where their intention is or where their work ethic is. It's not something you just give up. It's not something that you just throw away. I've never been on this side of the fence until the last 3 months. And being on this side of the fence the last 3 months, seeing what it's like from a management standpoint, owner standpoint, it's scary, because you try to provide a service, you try to do right by your technicians and your employees, but you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know if they actually sincerely care about the job, or if they actually want to put that effort into staying with you long term and working for you long enough to make really good money and possibly turn this job into a career. Something that they're going to, work up to a really good wage and work there with you and for you a long time. I don't understand how companies now want to get rid of employees when it's hard enough to find employees to replace the ones that they want to get rid of. Then you have to start all over. You have to watch them, evaluate them. They don't know the company policies. They don't know the company ropes. It's invaluable to me to take somebody that's been there with tenure, or knows the ropes, that has the experience, that gets the things done, that doesn't cause problems, to continue having those people work for me, to not cause my life any more stress. That alone means more to me than anything. If you cause me more stress, more time, and more money in dealing with a situation on a daily basis, and I'm consistently having to look after you and fix your problems and eat money, regardless if it's $20, $30, $40, $100, $300 worth of parts, each time you come to work, each day you come to work, if you're having to constantly ask questions and take other technicians off of jobs because you're just not really thinking or not using your brain, you cost me more money by doing that than me having a senior guy in the shop that maybe he is a little bit slower than you used to be. But at the end of the day, that guy's actually saving me money. He's actually putting out a lot of fires and fixing a lot of problems that I don't have to deal with. So having somebody like Flat Rate Master in the shop looking over things and helping run the show and being a leader and a supervisor to other people that need help, and it's important to have that guy. That maybe have a couple of those guys if your workload is in your shop is big enough. Firing them, letting them go because of whatever simple-minded reason it is, like, oh, you're getting a little slower. So there's a lot of experience and stuff that comes with that getting a little slower. There's a lot of knowledge that can be passed on and helped and used to put out fires. So where we get in this mindset that we have to throw away seniorship, leadership, mentorship, the School of Hard Knocks built up library of information that these technicians have, as if they're nothing. It's just easier to just let you go. Makes no sense to me. Because now I see what it's like to be on the management side, to have to deal with these stressful calls and situations and problems that a junior guy or somebody without enough experience gets in the middle of a job and causes more issues because they don't have that Flat Rate Master to go to. They don't have somebody like me to go to help with the situation, get them out of a bad spot or something like that. I'm dealing with some issues right now. Yesterday was a rough day. I had a guy on a vehicle yesterday, and I don't know how much of it was his own fault or how much of it was actually just, product of the environment which the vehicle lives in. Working on a Honda Accord. He snapped the knuckle bolt off that attaches the knuckle to the strut. Now I gotta wait for a guy to come in today to fill up our welding gas tank because somebody left the valve open on it and I didn't know there was a leak on the machine. Nobody had told me about that, so now I got to get that fixed, and all the gas leaked out. So we're gonna have to weld onto the bolt where the head snapped off because you can't pull it through the one side because it's threaded and the bolt won't go through that way. You gotta heat it up and pull it out the way that it was intended to come out. With that being said, it caused more issues. Now I'm out of gas. Now I gotta wait till this morning to finish the job. Now I've got a snap bolt. Now I've got to try to get the right bolt to go into that application because this is a suspension bolt. And then when I'm done with that, there's other issues going on with the vehicle. Like I said, no fault of the technician. But then right afterwards, he's working on a CV axle, can't get the CV axle to come out of the knuckle assembly on the opposite side. He admitted it was his fault. He tapped on the end of the CV axle and mushroomed the head a little bit. Then he had to go get a thread chaser, a file thread chaser, and actually straighten up the entire CV axle where he had hit on the end of it. And that took even more time, half hour, 45 minutes. So by the end of the day yesterday, it was a really rough time, with so many small problems starting to build up. With a guy like Flat Rate, a guy like me, that would have never happened. That would have never been an issue that the shop had to deal with. It would have found a way to take care of it without causing more stress, without causing more issues, without costing the shop more money. It would have been a completely different level of experience in addressing that situation to fix it so it didn't become a shop problem or somebody else's problem and fester. Don't get rid of your senior leadership. Don't get rid of your senior technicians. They're there for a reason. And they've earned it. just because they may be a little slower and not turning 60 hours, but instead now they're turning 50. They've earned that. And they've given you their time long enough for you to look at them and say you've started to slow down. They've earned that. Don't slap them in the face and get rid of them because you want more money or you want more productivity. They're there for a reason. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. I love you. Be kind. Don't be mean.